This is Ronny Gilmore and Pastor Clint Knowles here in Hackleburg, Alabama, where a tornado came through. The date was
April 27th.
And did massive destruction here. And he and his family were in their home. He's the pastor of this church, where it was basically totally destroyed. Some of the structure still here. And they went through the tornado, and would like him to share with Forward Edge and team members exactly what took place in his home just across the street from where we're located right now. Pastor Clint?
Brother Gilmore, it was approximately about 10 minutes till 3 on Wednesday, April the 27th, and we were watching the weather, and while we had electricity, noticed the weatherman was talking about a hook echo down toward Hamilton, which is a town just south of us. Then we lost electricity just a few minutes after that report, and I began to stand there at the living room window and watch the sky out to our west, and it just rapidly began to be a very favorable environment for tornadic activity. And I have a family of 5, a wife and 3 teenage kids. My youth pastor was with me as well, and I sent them to the closet, and I kept watching the skies out to the west, and it just kept forming. And then over the horizon, the pine trees that set out behind us, the tornado began to emerge approximately a mile wide, heading in our direction, and watched it, praying the whole time, asking God to spare us, until it was about 200 yards from the parsonage house, and then I ran and took cover in the closet with my family. We were down in a 3x5 closet, hiding there, just praying, all 6 of us, asking God to have mercy upon our souls. And of course, I'm here today. It means that He did. He was very gracious to us. Some of our citizens in our town were not so lucky. Even members of this church was not so lucky. But God has a bigger plan, and we just thank God that He spared our lives while we were there.
Could you tell me exactly what you were feeling while you were in that closet? What was happening with the house, the movement, things like that?
You know, I've often heard it was kind of like a freight train. Well, it was, minus the whistle. It was almost like if we were in a subway and the train was right above our heads, no more than 2 or 3 foot, just come roaring. When I jumped in the closet, I grabbed the doorknob, held it to, sat on the ground, and put my feet against the facing of the door, holding it to. I didn't want it to pop open during this storm, and I could feel the house twisting and moving up under me, and I was just praying and asking God that it would not lift off its foundation, but it was just a moving and twisting.
You said there was a moment when everything went silent.
It was this lasted for about 40 seconds, and somewhere during the middle of that, it just seemed like there was just a moment of total silence. I don't know if it was because we were in the middle of the vortex, but it was silent, and a smell I'll never forget, wet dirt, and I knew that the debris was going to be huge. And so when we merged out of the closet and seen total devastation, it just let us know that that debris cloud was pretty wide. It was later that they confirmed it was an F5 with a mile-wide base.
Now tell me how many homes were within, I guess it would be in the city limits here of Hackleburg?
I'm not exact on the number of homes in the city limits, but I can tell you there was 196 homes destroyed, and that's 80% of our houses.
And that's just in the whole area around?
Just in the city limits, yes.
And there were how many deaths here?
17 deaths in the city of Hackleburg.
And how many from your church?
6 related to our church.
Now, the building here, your church, has been here how long?
The building we're in right now, 2 years. We just celebrated our 2nd birthday in our new facility. The church has been in this town 90 years.
And now you told me, I believe the church was valued at well over $1 million?
1.5.
And you were within $118,000 of paying off the note?
Having it paid debt free.
And now it's going to be demolished totally. And your home?
Demolished. It's a total loss. 3 walls standing and no roof.
And fortunately, someone had a house, and you were able to move immediately into a house here in the town.
Yeah, it really was a God thing. We've been able to get down the road 2 miles out of town a little 2-bedroom, 1-bath house, and that's where we've set up new living until we can do something different.
Now, how about the downtown of Hackleburg, which is just 2 blocks away?
It's 2 blocks away. You're exactly right. We only have 6 businesses left standing. We're a small town, but 90% of our businesses have been destroyed.
Grocery store?
Grocery store's gone. Dollar General. A couple of restaurants, they're gone. The pharmacy's gone. The doctor's office has been destroyed. We've got a beauty shop left. Got a bank left. And a little bitty old barbecue place is open 2 days a week.
Right.
And that's about all.
Now, right now on your church property, is it National Guard that's here? The police are here?
Yes, National Guard. The chief of police is a member of our church. He's over all the operations of police, military. It's here. Red Cross to help people that get wounded are on our facility. And so is the feeding distribution tents for all survivors and workers in our area.
Now, what's the future that you see for your involvement in the trying to reach people who've been affected through the storm?
Immediately right now, I am trying to bring calmness as a spiritual voice to our area. People that want to just jump up and leave and depart, they're frustrated or they just lost everything. I'm trying to bring peace to them and let them know that we have a lot to hope for. And the word I keep saying is, let's rebuild Hackleburg.
Now, how about, of course, it's too early probably to know if people, their insurance may not cover everything, the damage, like with their roofs and things. It's not like a hurricane, you know, with water in the houses. Even though maybe some water damage from the roofs blowing off, but there's a possibility your teams could come in and be able to help in the future, you think?
Yes, I believe in the very near future that's what we're going to be asking for is large teams to come in. When I tell you that 196 homes were destroyed, I'm not talking about just a little bit of damage. Totally wiped off their foundations. So it's literally as we don't have any homes. There's no town left. And so we're going to be reaching out to different organizations that could come in and help reestablish our city.
And you, again, tell us again how many were in that closet?
6 of us was hiding in that closet.
6 of you. I remember yesterday your son shared a little bit also about the trauma, and it was very traumatic.
It was. I will never lie about that, never try to fake it. You know, us preachers always got to have everything together. It was very traumatic. It was a whole week before the 5 of us was able to come together and sit down alone and talk about it. It was just letting them get out. They needed to get it out of their system.
Tell me what you saw when you stepped out of your house.
The first thing I saw was daylight to begin with, because the sheetrock in the roof didn't have any rafters to hang on to, so it fell down and I saw daylight. And then I walked out of there and walked to the front door, and when I opened the front door, the church is right across the road. It was totally destroyed. Then I began to wander out of the house and try to find my neighbors that was covered up by debris. So just total devastation. And
as you looked, I guess, to your right, all those homes, basically, they were all gone.
They were all gone. I was just praying and asking God, please don't let those people in those homes be dead. That's just all I could think about.
Well, I hear some helicopters flying in here. I think we'll cut off for a moment here. Thank you so much. And again, this is Ronny Gilmore for Fort Edge International. God bless.